Did the myth of Narcissus predict our endless chase for likes? In a world of filters and carefully crafted online personas, we're all staring into a modern-day mirror, our social media feeds. We post, we wait, and we watch the likes roll in, each one a tiny drop of validation. But why do we crave it so much? Is this a new phenomenon or an ancient story playing out in a digital world? Let's dive into the myth that might hold the answer. The story goes like this. Narcissus was a hunter of extraordinary beauty. Everyone who saw him fell in love, but he rejected them all. One day, after a hunt, he knelt by a clear, still pool of water to drink. For the first time, he saw his own reflection and was instantly captivated. He couldn't look away. He didn't realize it was just an image. He believed it was another beautiful person staring back at him. He was completely mesmerized, falling deeply in love with his own reflection. He tried to embrace it, to kiss it, but he only met the cold surface of the water. He forgot to eat, to drink, to sleep. He was trapped, consumed by a love that could never be returned. Eventually, he wasted away, staring at the image he could never possess, and in his place, a narcissus flower bloomed. This myth is so much more than a simple tale about vanity. That reflection in the water is a powerful symbol. It represents the image we have of ourselves, our identity. Narcissus makes a fatal mistake. He mistakes the image for the essence. He falls in love with the surface, the reflection, not the real person underneath. He's trapped by an illusion, a curated version of himself that he can see but never truly connect with. Does that sound familiar? How often do we fall in love with the filtered, perfectly angled image of ourselves or others online, forgetting the complex, imperfect reality behind the screen? The myth warns us about the danger of prioritizing image over substance, a warning that echoes louder than ever today. Now, let's be clear, wanting to be seen and appreciated is not a flaw. The need for recognition is a fundamental human need. From a baby crying for its mother's attention to an employee wanting praise for a job well done, validation helps us feel like we belong and that we matter. It's a healthy part of social connection. But there's a line. Healthy validation comes from genuine connection and accomplishment. It builds us up. Dependency on validation, however, is a different beast. It's when your self-worth is entirely outsourced. It's when the absence of likes, comments, or praise makes you feel worthless. This is where the problem begins, where we start to resemble Narcissus, needing that constant reflection to tell us we exist. So what drives this intense need for external approval? Often, it's a deep-seated fear of not being enough. This need for validation isn't just a modern quirk. It's wired into our evolutionary past. For our ancestors, being accepted by the tribe meant survival. Rejection meant being cast out, a near-certain death sentence. That ancient fear of being excluded still whispers to us today, but instead of a tribe, we seek approval from a global audience. It's an inner wound, a feeling of inadequacy that we try to patch over with validation from others. We think if we can just get enough people to like us, to approve of us, to tell us we're beautiful, smart, or successful, then that inner voice of doubt will finally go quiet. But it's a temporary fix. That external validation is like a painkiller for a chronic injury. It numbs the ache for a little while, but it doesn't heal the source of the pain. The wound is still there, and as soon as the effect wears off, we need another dose, another like, another follow. This brings us to the age of digital narcissism. Social media is the ultimate reflecting pool. It offers us an endless stream of validation at our fingertips. This wound often forms in childhood. When a child's inherent worth isn't consistently mirrored back to them by caregivers, they learn that love and approval are conditional. They start believing they must perform, be the good kid, the smart kid, the talented kid, to be worthy. As adults, they continue this performance, projecting an idealized version of themselves onto the world, hoping it will finally be enough. Every post is a question. Do you like me? Am I worthy? Every like, share, and comment is an answer. We become performers, curating our lives to get the best possible response. We post our wins, our best angles, our perfect vacations. We create a digital persona, a flawless reflection. This isn't just about sharing our lives. It's about manufacturing an identity that we hope the world will applaud. We are all, in a way, leaning over the digital pool, hoping the reflection that stares back is one that everyone will love. But maintaining this perfect image comes at a huge psychological cost. It's exhausting. We live with the constant pressure to keep up the performance. We filter out our struggles, our insecurities, our bad days. This creates a gap between our real self and our online self. The wider this gap becomes, the more disconnected and anxious we feel. We start to fear that if people saw the real, unfiltered us, they would reject us. We become like Narcissus, so in love with the perfect image that we begin to neglect and even despise the real person behind it. The pursuit of the perfect digital self can leave our real self feeling lonely and unseen. Here's the paradox. The validation we chase so desperately doesn't actually fill the void. It provides only temporary relief. Think about it. You post a photo, the likes pour in, and you feel great for a few hours. But then the feeling fades. The notification buzz dies down, and that old feeling of emptiness creeps back in. Why? Because external approval can't build internal self-worth. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in it. You can keep pouring water in, but it will never be full. This creates an endless loop of seeking, getting a temporary high, and then crashing, needing more and more just to feel okay. It's an addiction, and the digital world is our dealer. It's crucial here to distinguish between healthy self-love and narcissism. They are opposites. Narcissism is self-obsession, born from a deep insecurity that requires constant external validation. It's about building a fragile ego based on the approval of others. Self-love, on the other hand, is self-acceptance. It's about knowing your worth from the inside out. It doesn't need an audience. It's the quiet confidence that comes from accepting your whole self, your strengths, your weaknesses, your successes, and your failures. Self-love says, I am enough, just as I am. Narcissism screams, please tell me I'm enough. One is freedom, the other is a prison. So what's the alternative to being trapped in this cycle? The answer isn't to delete all our social media and become a hermit. The solution is to turn our gaze inward. It starts with self-awareness, recognizing when you're posting for validation versus genuine connection. It's about learning to sit with your imperfections instead of hiding them. The real path to feeling whole isn't to create a perfect reflection, but to embrace the messy, complicated, and beautiful reality of who you are. It's about finding validation from within by living according to your own values, not by chasing the approval of a faceless crowd. It's about offering yourself the compassion and acceptance you're seeking from others. Building this inner foundation involves practices like mindfulness, which teaches us to observe our thoughts without judgment. It involves journaling to connect with our true feelings, and it involves setting boundaries to protect our energy and our identity from the constant noise of external opinions. It's a quiet, internal revolution against the loud, demanding world of external validation. In the end, Narcissus isn't just a character from an ancient myth. He is a modern archetype, a pattern that lives within all of us. He represents that part of us that can get lost in the image, that craves approval, that fears being unseen. The myth serves as a timeless cautionary tale, reminding us of the danger of falling in love with a reflection and starving our true selves. His story isn't about vanity. It's about the human struggle for identity in a world that constantly asks us to perform. It forces us to confront a fundamental question about how we live our lives. So I'll leave you with this. Are you living your life, or are you performing it? Look away from the screen for a moment, away from the likes and comments. Look inward. The most important validation you will ever receive is the one that comes from yourself. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more thoughts on modern life and ancient wisdom.